What's up, world? Lee here with Sticks, Strings, and Other Things, my teeny tiny little corner of the internet where I come to you every other week and chit chat with you about all of the crafty things that I've been getting my hands onto. Today is October 18 and this will be episode 49. I have my notes over here. 49. And it will be going up on Wednesday, October 19th. I hope all of you are doing well. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy. Hit the subscribe button, do all the things. And if you are a returning viewer, well, you know what to expect. So let's get going. I'm coming to you from a very foggy Pacific Northwest today. It's very foggy out there. We still haven't had fall. It still hasn't shown up. It's a little bit better today in that it won't be in the 70s and 80s in October. In Washington State, we still haven't had rain. It's still smoke season. You can see fire from Seattle. It's bad. So if I'm a little wheezy with the lungs, that's because it's been smoke constantly for months now. And my lungs are, well, they've given up. They've just given up. They were never good to begin with. And now they're just like, whatever. I keep coughing because of smoke. So I sound like I've been smoking like 4 packs a day. My lungs hurt. I'm tired of it. Supposedly crossing our fingers. Rain is in the forecast for Friday. Rain, people. Rain. Yeah. I want the rain so bad. I want the fires to go away. Normally I like days like this because I'm looking, there's a window right there. It's wonderfully misty and foggy out there. Normally that's a great thing, except when the air quality is bad and the smoke is really bad, because now that just means the smoke is even closer to the ground. Even worse. It's bad, people. It's bad. Enough of that. I'm hoping for winter and fall and rain and all that to actually show up. We will see. We will see. I am drinking an appropriate mug. Appropriate mug. Very appropriate. I am drinking a tea today, like always. This is a salty caramel black, and it's delicious and full of autumn, and I love it. It's really, really good. Right. So let's get into the fun parts. The what have I been getting up to? A lot of stitching. a lot of stitching. You see, it's dark October and 13 stitches of Halloween, which means I have to start all the things. All of them. Every single one of them. Which isn't true, because I have even more spooky things that I haven't started. But I started a whole bunch. Like, ooh, we'll get there. But first, let's start with whips. I have a couple knitting whips, and I have a couple stitching whips, and then we'll get into the new starts. Knitting-wise, since it's less, I'll start with the knitting. Living in this glorious something Grammy bag. Oh, you'd think I'd remember. Bags by Awesome Granny. This is why I love people who put their tags or information somewhere, because this girl ain't gonna remember. Not gonna happen. So I love when people do that. So living in this lovely bag is my Chook House sweater by Skein-Deer, Ellie of Skein-Deer Knits. And last time I had shown you, I'd finished the gorgeous body. I love this. And I was wondering if I would have a sleeve done. And I do. Look, it's a full sleeve. I have a sleeve. I have yet to start the second sleeve. Details, whatever. But I did finish the first sleeve, and I love it. I love it. It's perfect. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I'm in love. And hopefully next time I see you, I'll have a second sleeve, but I'm not sure because of a knitting start that I started is definitely taking more time than anticipated. by a lot. So I don't know when I will get back to this, but I hope soon because I want to wear this. It's so pretty. This is, like I said, the Chukhoust sweater by Ellie of Skein Deer Knits. Skein Deer Knits is the name of the company. Ellie is her name. I don't know her. I just watch her on YouTube like a horrible stalker person and feel like I know her, and she has no clue who I am. But Ellie, I know Ellie on the internet. I'm using Mammogram Vams in the color number 53, which is their petrol color. I love this yarn. It is, since it's Rama, it is a woollier wool. It is non-superwash and it's nice woolly wool, which doesn't bother me. And it feels so good, and it's gonna feel even better after it's blocked and after it's been worn a couple of times. But yes, yes, I am loving this. I am using I believe I'm even using the called for needles, which are US size 10, 6mm needle. I think that was what was called for, and weirdly enough, I actually used it. But yes, see? Perfect. Look at that. Look at that sleeve. Look at that sleeve. Look how perfect it is. And that's just the, look how perfect it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's so gorgeous. Oh, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Hopefully second sleeve soon. And the sleeve went really, really fast. I was amazed at how quick that sleeve went. So hopefully when I do get to the second sleeve, it will go really fast. And then I can add it to the body and do the yoke and be finished and have a lovely sweater. Oops, yarn. The sleeve took about a ball of yarn, like about a ball of yarn if I recall correctly, which is fine. I have plenty of yarn. I love it. Love. So that was one knitting thing. And then I have some sock knitting. First, my work sock. Do I have a blocker over here anywhere handy? I do not. Fine. Wait, she's saying blocker. That must mean, yes, she finished one sock. One sock. Since I don't have a blocker handy. Here is one of my work socks. These were I think it was the Hermione pattern, or what I remember to be the Hermione pattern. It's just knits and pearls. I don't remember. On this lovely, lovely yarn. And yes, I have one lovely, lovely sock. This is knit with Serial Knitters Underground Dye House yarn in a one-of-a-kind colorway called Outdoor Sex on her Cherry Creek sock base, which is her 80/20 merino nylon base. And I love it. It is so good. It is a 64 stitch sock. That is my normal. For some people I do use 72, but for most people I use a 64. And I just did I forget how many rounds of cuff and the shadow wrap heel, and I have finished one sock and barely, I'm in the middle of a row, and I've barely started. Focus. You can do it. You can do it. There we go, camera. I'm so proud of you, camera. And there is as far as I've made it on the second sock. Exciting. This is living in my Hohi Locatelli bag, which is gorgeous and lovely. And then I have my emergency sock, because you need emergency knitting sometimes, and I needed an emergency sock when I was traveling earlier. And it is living in this fun Longview Creations bag. I forget where I picked this up, but it's an appropriate bag. Living in here is these Halloween socks. This is just a 64 stitch sock. I can't say that today. Stitched sock. And I'm just doing my normal like 60-ish rounds on the foot, leg, and then a foot. I do have one of these socks finished. I think I finished this sock last year, and it just lived in a bag for the longest time. And then this October, I decided, oh, I should probably finish those, and I pulled them back out. I don't remember why I put these away last winter, but I did. It was last October, obviously. I don't know why I did, but I did. And this is Hue Loco yarn in the colorway I Put a Spell on You, with a contrasting mini in that lovely, lovely purple. I would like to finish this October. It's not going to happen, but wouldn't it be neat? But yes, I needed some emergency knitting, and I had emergency knitting, so life was good. And that is all the old knitting. So let's, ooh, okay, this one I think is the only one. Yes, I did work some on my half and half wrap shawl. I, again, won't show it until it's probably done. I'm hoping to get it done soon because I want to wrap up in it if it ever becomes winter. Yes. Living in this lovely bag. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's a step up from a Ziploc bag, but barely. Living in this is my Sampler Cove Thriller. I've had this started years ago. I mean, years. I had started this and then I stopped stitching for like a decade. And when I started stitching again, I was like, huh, I still have all my stitching, so yay. And this is one of those projects that had started those many years ago. So do I know what fabric it is? 40 count something. And I am using Vicki Clayton's silks in her basic black and her oh my god red, I forget which one. But this is where I am. Now, don't be too amazed. All I did when I picked it up was this stuff in this band. Oh, I do love this piece and I really would like to finish it. So gorgeous. And yes, there's red and black. Let me pull it forward. This lighting is fantastic today because of the marine layer and fog that we have. But so good. So good. Oh. So this was some of my dark October stitching this month, but not a 13 days of stitching because I'm trying to only use that one for starts. And I'm having a hard time folding my fabric. I love this piece. I love it so much. I really want to stitch on it some more. So I'm starting to begin to plan out next year. This might be on it for a finish. We'll see. Oh, it was so good to work on. It was just pleasant. Just pleasant. And that is all of my whips. Everything from now on is a new start. And there's a lot. Oh, there's a lot. There's so much. I don't even know how many new starts I have. I could count, but bah. All right, so I'm just going to randomly grab from the pile that is next to me. Living in this bag is, what is living in this bag? Ah, yes, this is what's living in this bag. The Philanthropic Pumpkin by Hands On Design. I bought this last year when she had that release. I was one of the lucky ones who was able to get it, and then I just put it away and never started it. I've started it now. Now, most of these are new starts for 13 Stitches of Halloween / Dark October stitching. 13 Stitches of Halloween is a thing started by Athena of Stitching Goddess Designs. I did it. And Dark October stitching is Eclectic Possessions and someone else who I watch, whose name I don't remember. Pooh. That's annoying. I don't remember. Anyhow, I'm really into the Dark October thing. So here's where I made it with my Philanthropic Pumpkin with Phil. I have that beginning center grid and the beginning of a bird. That is a bird down there, I promise. It just looks a little weird right now, but it's a bird. It's a bird. And it's so sweet. It's so sweet. It's not exactly centered. I thought it was. And then I took it off and looked at it and went, that is not the middle. But it's okay. It will still fit on here. It just might get creative for the finishing, but I rarely do that, so who knows. Anyhow, loving it. I'm happy to actually have this started. I cannot wait to get it finished so I can play with this part. That'll be fun. And that was one of my starts. And then there were more starts. Living in, because I don't have enough bags, living in this Christmas Carol bag is heartstring samplery. Spooky. Oh, scary sampler. Spooky sampler. It's scary sampler. I started it and I love it. I love this piece. I love it. Love, love. Have I mentioned I love this piece? I love this piece. I am using Be-Stitch Me, a 40 count Be-Stitch Me in Not Another Sampler, and I am using all of the called for threads. Looky. I have demogorgons and an alien head. I love it. I love it so much. I have plenty of room on this piece of fabric, but look, Demogorgon, look at the colors too. The colors are absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. But I stitched 2 Demogorgons and an alien head. Love. And look, look, look. Look at the Demogorgons. Oh, this lighting is just nightmarish. Look at the Demogorgons. Look at them. They were so fun to stitch, which is good because there's a lot of Demogorgons. So many Demogorgons. So many aliens. And I love it. Like I said, all the called for threads, which I just threw on the ground because I'm awesome that way. I love it. Love it. Love it so much. I don't know when I'm going to get back to it, but I really love this piece. I was so excited when I saw it. Had to purchase it right away. And then, I mean, it's Dark October stitching. I had to start it in Dark October stitching. I had to. Like, the requirement. It was a requirement, people. Definite requirement. Living in an autumnal bag. Because, again, bags. Is my Mill Hill Spooky Gate. This got very, very, very little, very little. Very, very, very little. Whoop, there we go. There's my start. All right, that's it. That's it. There's my start. Is that pathetic or what? So pathetic. Here, let me put it there. There's my start. That's it. That's all she wrote. Sad, pathetic start. But a start. It is started now, so it is now a whip. As lame of a start as it is still a start. Living in this bag, I have no clue. Oh yes, I remember now. I started Autumn Lane Designs Tonight We Ride. I purchased the Autumn Lane Halloween box and loved it. Oh yeah, loved it. And had to start this because they kitted it up for me, so why not? Right? Why not just start it? And so I did. There's my witch. Just started the rightmost witch. Love it. Look at that fabric. Look at that fabric. So good. And I am loving the black on this fabric. It is just delicious. Ah, so much love. This is going to be the gorgeousest. It's not a word. Gorgeousest? Most gorgeous Halloween piece. There we go. Frighteningly enough, I used to teach English. Yeah. Words are hard, people. Oh, I love this piece so much. I love it so much. Oh. Anyhow. There's a lot of stitching in this one. And when I say a lot, I mean, where did I put it? Where did I? There it is. That's a lot of stitching. So I started this witchy witch right here. and then all 3 witches, and then all of that. That's a lot of stitching, a lot of stitching, so much stitching. But I love it, I love it, I love it, and I am loving it on this fabric. So good. It's a 32 count pumpkin pie by Stitch Me. And yes, I decided to hold my fabric this way since this part was lighter, and this is where the moon will go. And then down there, the dark bottom, is where the town goes. I thought that worked well. And I liked this side of the fabric a little bit better because it was more stark than this side. It's gorgeous, both sides. But I liked the more dramatic side. Dramatic. Drama. It's great. Yeah. Beautiful. And I'm loving it. When I posted this on Instagram, the way I had the picture, someone was like, oh dear, I think that's supposed to be put on landscape, not portrait. And I was like, oh God, did I screw that up? And I went and I looked and no, it's landscape. It's landscape. It's landscape. All is good. Oh, but, whew, I love it when people let you know things like that, because, oh, that would have been traumatic to finish like an entire witch and then look at it and go, it's on the wrong fabric side. But luckily it was fine. But thank you person for pointing it out just in case. Luckily there was no drama. There was no tragedy. And it was all right. But it made me look. All was well. All right. And another start, living in this lovely spiderwebby orange rose fabric design thing. Bag. It's lovely. It's a dot dot goose design bag. And then when I got it, she forgot to put the snap in. Which is fine. I don't care. I'll have to come up with something. I didn't bother emailing her. Whatever. Who cares? I don't care. I didn't notice it until I was finished and I wanted to shut it. And you can't. I'll have to come up with something. It made me laugh. Anyhow, what is living in here is the Witchy Stitcher. I keep calling it Poe the Raven. But when you look at the actual pattern, she calls it Loneliness Unbroken. So I'm not sure what it's actually called, but I'm going to keep calling it Poe the Raven because that's on the outside of the kit. I bought this kit from her. I don't remember when I bought the kit, but I bought this kit from her because it's a kit and it's easy. So I have the primitive hair, fabric, and everything. Let's pick it up the right direction. Look at that. Oh, so good. Because this fabric, it is to die for. I'm a little concerned because it's not a lot of fabric at the top. Like where it was printed. There's not a lot of extra room up there, and there's a little extra room down there. I don't really care. So what? It's not centered. Life isn't centered, so it doesn't matter. And it won't be a big deal if I end up losing a little bit of that top when I frame this, because this will be framed. And I want to see as much of this glorious fabric as I can. Anyhow, I love this piece. There is the raven standing on the tombstone and the beginning of the word Poe. This fabric is a little weird because it's evidently coffee dyed, and every time you take it out, it's like hit in the face with coffee. Like someone's just punching you in the nose with coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't mind the smell of coffee, but it's coffee. I'm hoping as time goes on, it gets a little less coffee in your face. Love it, love it. I'm just gonna hold it back here so you can see the gloriousness that is this fabric. It is a 30 count fabric, and I am in love. I'm just in love. So good. So good. So good. In love. All right. Are there more starts? Yes, there are. Let's go. What else do we have? Living in this cute little bag with the foxes and the mushrooms and the foxes and the mushrooms. Hugging Foxes. It's great. This is 2 projects, actually, both out of the Spooky Book by Lindy Stitches. And when I saw Steph released Goth Chicken finally, I had to buy this book. I had to. And then when I was looking through this, I had to make a couple things because I had to. So first off is Broomstick Brigade, which I am doing on this lovely green fabric, but I'm doing it over 1 because it wasn't going to fit otherwise. So I wish I would have realized that and put it on the fabric a little nicer, so I had a little leftover fabric to do something else with, but I didn't. So, c'est la vie. But I have all the black kitties, and I have started putting up the broomstick. Obviously not all the broomstick, because one cat, this poor kitty over here, is floating in midair still. Look at those kitties. Are they not just the most adorable things you've ever seen? Spooky kitties. I have no clue what this fabric is. I have no clue what the count is. No clue. I got an ornament cut kit fabric package a while ago from, I don't even remember whom. Whatever. It's perfect for this piece. But look how tiny those kitties are. Look how teeny tiny. Those itty bitty little kitty. Bee. Oh, I love them. Itty bitty tiny kitty. Itty bitty tiny kitty. And I just pulled threads from my stash for that piece. And I did that very well without showing the pattern that's on the other page. And then, of course, I had to start Goth Chicken. Had to. And this is on, I thought it was 40 count. I am doing this over 2. This is not 40 count. And looking at it, it's very obviously not 40 count. I am doing this over 2. Boop. That's as big as it's gonna be. And this one's over 2. It's tiny. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. I could figure it out. I could pull out a measuring tape and I could count threads, but I don't care. Not enough. It will obviously fit on this little piece of fabric, and that's the only thing that matters, so I don't care. But it's teeny tiny, and I love it. So let me bring it forward so you can actually see the detail. There we go. Ah, so fun. So fun. I have started Goth Chicken, and I love it. Goth Chicken. I am using Leo and Roxy floss in chalkboard for this one, and I need to pull out a gray and a red. I think it's a gray and a red. No, just a gray. Oh, gray, oh, white. White. There's 3 little white stitches in the eyeball. That was it. Goth Chicken. Goth Chicken. Goth Chicken. Love it. So, started that one. Are we done yet? No, we're not. No, we're not. Living in this fun, spooky Halloween bag is, woo, the pattern. Don't want to show that. Let's try this a little better. Do I have the let me find the cover page. Oh, did I have the cover page for myself? I might have when I put this away. Oh, drat. All right, I'll try and use the teeny tiny picture. Wicked Plant by Barbara Anna Designs. And, oh, here it is, here it is. Found it. Ah, great. There it is, Wicked Plant. I am throwing pattern pages across the floor, is what I am doing. I am doing this one on Bestitch Me 40 count Grog, and I am using my very own Vicky Clayton silk conversion from the original colors. And I have plenty, focus, plenty of fabric. And there we are for it. Oh, look at it! Look at it. Oh, I love it so much. It is so fun. That border was actually really, really fun to stitch because it's just random and squiggly, and I love it. Love this. Love this. Ah, there we go. So good. So good. And that, let me see. Yes, 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 yes. That is all my stitchy starts. Is that enough? Is that enough? I don't think so, because I'm going to be starting more in the month. Dark October. 13 stitches of Halloween. Dark October. Come on. We gotta start all of it. Ugh, not all of it. Gotta start a chunk of it. Yes, a chunk of it. Anyhow, those are all the new starts, stitching-wise, from this week. And if I can get this back in the bag, we will be happy. I have been having a lot of fun with all of my new starts and all of the spooky stitching. And if I can't have actual autumn in my weather, wow, it is just getting foggier. sorry. It's just getting foggier as the day goes on. Usually the fog clears, it's getting worse, and that makes me think it's probably smoke and not fog. Breathing. Anyhow, where was I? Oh, if I can't have autumn in my weather, I will have autumn in my stitching and be very happy about it. So, I have one last start, and this one's knitting. It's living in this lovely Heidenhammer bag, which is gloriously big and deep and awesome. And what's living in here is my Stephen West Twists and Turns Mystery Stitch. No, Mystery Knit Along. It is my Stephen West. As you can see, the colors I originally thought I was going to use, they're still sitting right there because I changed my mind. Still pulled from stash, but I decided to go with a bunch of blues. So I went with this, and this, where's my contrast color seems to have gone missing. It's not in there. I don't know what I did with it. I can't find it. But I wound it. Am I accidentally using I have to buy yarn. I messed up. So originally, what it should have been was, this is my main color. This is my contrast color. And this as my pop. But evidently when I started, I decided that this was my main color. This was my contrast color. And this is my pop. I have to buy another skein of my main color. I just realized this. Just now. So I need to buy another color of Moon Shadow. Hopefully she has it. These are all hazel knits. Right, well evidently, I really don't want to be buying yarn right now. We'll get into that in life. update. I'm annoyed. Well, won't be using this now because this is now my pop. Wah wah. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. All right. It is not the end of the world, and I'm really loving the shawl, but I didn't want to have to buy any yarn for this, and now I have to, because you need 2 skeins of your main color and 2 skeins of your contrast color and 1 of your pop. Okay. It's fine. Derp. All right. I'm going to be showing off my Twists and Turns shawl now. So if you want to be surprised still, since it is a mystery style, you can turn away. Just so you know, I'm knitting pretty slow on this, and I am still in clue 1, which is how I hadn't figured out yet that my main color and my pop were mixed up. Woo! So, close your eyes if you don't want to see it. Again, I'm still in clue 1. I am over halfway done, so I'm hoping to be able to start clue 2 before clue 3 comes out. We'll see. Here it is. Close your eyes. That was poorly done, but I warned. That warning. Look at it. Look at it. It is so bizarre. It is so bizarre. I'm loving it. Look at those colors. Those colors are gorgeous. Those colors are definitely gorgeous. Maybe no, because it's my main color. Annoyed. I need to get more of the dark color because that's my main color and I only have 1 ball. It is gorgeous though. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just a dork. Loving it. It's easy to do. It's just a little time consuming. And do you see my little stitch stoppers? Look at the ghosty stitch stoppers. Ghosty. Love it. I am doing this on a US size 3. 3.25 millimeter. High sharp. And now I need to buy yarn. Grr. I'm loving it. I've seen the second clue. I've looked at it and I watched the Stephen West video for clue 2. And it's funky looking. It's going to be a funky one. I have no clue where he's heading after clue 2. Just no clue. Not a clue at all. I very much enjoy the Stephen West mystery shawls because essentially you're knitting an art piece, a wearable art piece, but it's still an art piece. If you're going into one of Stephen West's mystery stitch-alongs and you're wanting just a shawl, you're not going to be happy. Maybe. Odds are lower that you will just be happy because it's going to be funky. It's Stephen West. It's what he does. He does weird constructions and bizarre colors and all sorts of things. You can control the color part, but he combines things very interestingly, which is what I like. Now, I know some people are kind of concerned after clue 2. I've been hearing lots of comments of bat wings is what it looks like. And they're using that in a negative way. Obviously, I'd be okay if it literally was bat wings. Well, not literally bat wings, but if it looked like bat wings, I'd be okay with that. So I'm perfectly fine with where this shawl is going. I think it looks fantastic. I think it's fun. I have no clue where it's going to go after this for clue 3 when it comes out on Thursday. I have no clue. I'm fascinated. I'm interested. I can't wait to see. I'm obviously not keeping up. I'm not. Clue 2 came out Thursday. Today is Tuesday. Clue 3 comes out on Thursday. I will not be done with clue 2 by Thursday. I'm hoping to be done with clue 1. I'm going at my own speed. All is well. I'd like to get this done this year. There's where my goals are. I'm stitching my speed, which is fine. Or knitting my speed. Whatever. It's all good. But I am fascinated to see where this ends up. And evidently, buying one more skein of moon shadow. I'm being followed by moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. Is that not what everybody thinks when they hear this, the name Moon Shadow? It's totally what I think. What was that singer's name? I don't remember. Anyhow, there's that. That is all of my stitching and my knitting, and I am excited for all of my new starts for my Dark October / 13 Stitches of Halloween. Cozy Egg. It's Cozy Egg is the other person. Anyhow, I'm loving it. In love, such joy. I'm excited for everything. Annoyed at myself for my knitting because we'll get into that. Anyhow, loving it all. It's really exciting. Happy. So let's get into plans. What are my plans? Well, a bunch more Dark October / 13 Stitches of Halloween stitching. I don't remember how many more starts I want to do for the 13 Stitches of Halloween. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 5, I think. I think I have about 5 more starts that I want to do. And I don't know if I have any other whips that I have going that I'm going to try and do for Dark October stitching. But I have a handful of new starts. It might be 5 or 6 or 7. I don't remember. I have more than 13, I do believe. And that's okay too. It's 13 plus some. I'm very excited for it though and cannot wait. I will be obviously knitting on my Stephen West Mystery Sal, and I will be working on my work socks when I'm at work if there is some downtime. I'm also hoping to get one more sleeve done on my Chukhoust. So that seems like pretty good plans. You might have noticed a lack of my Ruskin Penguins 25/7 stitching, and that's because I haven't touched it. So I've decided that while I'm trying to do Dark October / 13 Stitches of Halloween, 25 stitches isn't happening this month. I just have too much else going on and it's just not working. So I will get back to that in November, and I'm already piecing together what my plans are for November, and I'm kind of excited about them. But that's in November, and we're not there yet. Though, if I did my maths correctly, I do believe that the next time I film, it will be the 1st of November. Wow. So yeah, my plans are pretty easy. That's it. Work on new starts for Halloween, Dark October, all that. Do some twists and turns, do some socks. Life is gorgeous and beautiful, and that will be fun. So let's get into stash, acquisitions, and all of the fun. I have some. All of them are from clubs or pre-purchases and things like that. I'm going to start with this mess in here, which is my Katrinkles 31-day countdown Halloween box. Well, it was a bag, but it was 31-day countdown for Halloween. And it's Katrinkles, and they do knitting stitch markers and the like. So one day I got both of these. I got Spooky, Cat in a Moon, A Monster Hand, Creepy Cyborg Robot Cyberman Frankenstein, Haunted House. Look at those fun ghosties. Oh, come on. Focus. Spooky Tree. Pumpkin. Teeth. Show me your teeth. Teeth. Oops. Boo! Pumpkin! Spider! Wacky pumpkin! And bats on the moon. So, all sorts of stitch markers, which makes sense because that's what Good Trinkle is known for doing, is stitch marker type things. And I love it. I have so many stitch markers now and they make me happy. They make me so happy. It's gonna be lots of fun. So I have that. I have the McMullen Fiber Company. At the beginning of the year, or at the end of last year actually, they had a club for Literature Society and you signed up for it, and it's yarn based on books. And yeah, it comes like 4 times a year, and that was it. I don't remember if this is club 3 or 4. I don't know if it tells you. Don't remember. Anyway, it's delightful. It's been fun. They also have a Zoom that you can get together where they have a book club meeting, because you're supposed to read the book. Yeah. I've been very poor on the actually getting into the stuff, but I've been enjoying the yarns, and it has caused me to read the books. Just, I haven't been joining the book club portion of the club where you get together and you do a Zoom meeting and talk about the club, the book, the yarn, and their stuff happens. And it's really fun. Anyhow, this one for this shipment was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which I've read before a long time ago, but it's been a while. And yeah, so let me show off what was in here. We have 3 yarns. I think you always get 3 skeins. These are all on their Sublime, which is their 100% superwash merino single ply. This is Chief of Sinners. Oh, beautiful color, look at that. Chief of Sufferers. And then Strange Case. Oh, so pretty. And then all 3 together is this. Is this not Halloween-y or what? Like, this is just, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I have a couple ideas for shawls. Since it's single ply, I wouldn't make a garment with this. So it's going to be a shawl or a cowl or something like that. And I just love these 3 colors together. They will live together in something. I don't know what yet, but it will be gorgeous. And that's fun. They also sent a couple of things. Some dark chocolate from Belize. Orange Bourbon Pecan dark chocolate. And it's still in there. I haven't eaten it yet. Be proud of me. It's not going to last long now, but it's still... I also only got this a couple of days ago. That's probably the real reason the chocolate is still here. I'm very excited that there is a snack that I can eat. Can't wait. They also sent some hand salve from the Naked Bee. Some highlighter tape in purple. And some sea salt flakes. It's great. So fun. So fun. So what they have written in their box, I'm going to cover up the QR code that lets you get somewhere. So you open up the box and it says, "Thank you for being a part of the Literature Society. I had so much fun reading this gorgeous illustrated version of the book from Sweetwater Press, which definitely influenced the colorways. I was especially inspired by this passage. The mixture, which was at first a reddish hue, began, in proportion as the crystals melted, to brighten in color, to effervesce audibly, and to throw off small fumes of vapor. Suddenly, and at the same moment, the ebullition ceased, and the compound changed to a dark purple, which faded again, more slowly, to a watery green. I also used the mention of chemical salts as an excuse to treat you all to one of my favorite culinary delights. Everything tastes better with a touch of Maldon, which is the salts. But if you're a skeptic, try a slice of crusty bread with butter or peanut butter and a sprinkling of salt. Anyway, I very much enjoy Macmillan Fiber Company. They are fantastic. I won't be getting any of their yarns next year, sadly, because life and stuff. But I've been enjoying their yarns so much, and I'm hoping they do another Literature Society box, that they continue those, and that I can join one again in a few years. So there was that. There is my Cast of Characters colorway minis from Leading Man Fiber Art. This time we have Red-Handed, and I absolutely love this color. Red-Handed is just gorgeous. This one is River Rock, very pretty. Ron Burgundy, Royalty, and Rubber Ducky. Very pretty. I'm not continuing that one now. We'll get into why. So that's the last one I'll be getting of that one for a while. I have my Rowan minis. I have also canceled this one. So this is my last Rowan mini for a while. I will hopefully be starting these ones back up at some point. I don't even think I opened this one because, yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't even open this one, so I know nothing about this. So when it comes, you saw it all in this little baggie, and you get the yarns, and you get a little envelope, which has, this time, Welch's Fruit Snacks, a bat stitch marker. Oh, focus on the bat. Look at the bat. Love it. And who was the dyer this month? Let's find out together. If I can open the piece of paper. The paper is defeating me. The paper is defeating me. There we go. Oh, 100 Ravens. I have some of their yarn. Right up. Which side? Right up there. They're a great dyer. Yep, it's that time of year, finally. This is the first time in a long time that I'm starting the day with a hot, not cold cup of joe, and it felt great. So 100 Ravens is the dyer. They're from Brooklyn, New Hampshire. I very much enjoy 100 Raven yarn. 100 Raven. They are great. Many times when I get these, how do I open this? I do not know who the dyer is, which is fun because you get new yarn dyer. There we go. Done with the crinkling now. But it's also very exciting when it's a dyer, you know. Let's see what we have. We have Lothlorien. How very Tolkien-esque. We have Emo Cthulhu. Oh, focus. Okay, so maybe I like 100 Ravens because of their yarn names. Maybe not. Taranthina. That's a fun color. Catherine of Aragon. Nope. Royal purple color. Oceanus. Brass. Oh, I like this one. 100 Ravens, warmest wishes, kindest regards. Oh, 100 Ravens is the brand name, duh. Bearded Iris. I liked warmest wishes, kindest regards. That's pretty. Legolas. And Tyrion. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And this is in their patois base, which is 75.25. I very much enjoy their yarns, the dyeing, and so that's fun. And there is my Rowan minis. Ah! No, stop twisting. Stop, twist. I need to just tie this shut so it doesn't open and I don't have little minis running everywhere. If you like minis, definitely get Rowan minis. They're fantastic. I also received my Netspend Fiber for the month. This one is Cliche Day, which will be November 3rd. So November 3rd, get ready for all your cliches. Even stripes of I haven't the foggiest idea, smelling of roses, once in a blue moon, apple of my eye, plenty of fish in the sea, and green with envy. Those are the colors. This one is going to be very pretty when it knits up. Oh, those are going to be a nice pair of socks. Love it. Again, this is Netspend Farms Little Known Holiday Club on her Targhee nylon base, and the squishiest socks ever are created with this base. I also have the beaver from A Year at the Woods. And have you seen the last release for A Year at the in the Woods? It's a reindeer and it is gorgeous. The reindeer is stunning, just stunning. And so I am very, very, very happy that I got that entire series. It's living in this bag. That's where I've been putting all of them. As you can see, I've purchased some of the threads. My fabrics lie in here. And now, my beaver. The beaver chart gets to go in there now. Because it just seemed very appropriate. Anyhow, yes, the beaver is adorable, but the reindeer is gorgeous. I cannot wait to get the reindeer. And my last isn't a purchase. It is a chart that I got in a giveaway on Stitching by the Shore. Laura. Stitching by the Shore was doing a giveaway, and it is Laura because she sent a note. And she was giving this away. I'm covering up the note, which is very sweet. And so there was this giveaway, and my name was chosen, and I'm very happy to get it. Oop, covering up the note because it was sweet. And yeah, that'll be fun, and may end up having to be a start for Dark 13 Stitches 13. Dark October, 13 Stitches of Halloween. This might have to be a start next year. Because look at that cat. Look at the cat. Look at the cat. So good. And that is, luckily, everything. Oh, lies! My Leo and Roxy flosses, they were hiding. So I will do a lot of crinkling, and then we will look at the Leo and Roxy flosses for October. So, a lot of crinkling one. A lot of crinkling too. Let's start with the neutrals. We have Pinnery. That's a pretty green. Ooh, there we go. There's the green. Such a good color. Goody Blue Shoes. I love her names. Nimbus. Oh, that's a nice gray. Ooh, I need a gray for my goth chicken. There we go. I found my gray for my goth chicken. Newt. N-E-U-T. Nuit? Not sure. Not sure if it's French or if it's supposed to be a newt, but it's not a newt. But she turned me into a newt. It's not that kind of newt. And bespeckled. Ooh. Oh, let me see if I can show you guys this. Look at bespeckled. Look at that. There are just the tiniest little speckles on here. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, I really like that one. And then we have, my camera stopped. And then we have the brights. We have maraschino, which is, well, it's a cherry. So, you know, there's that. Purple Rain. Oh, that's a nice purple. I like. Baja. Hippie. This is a very variegated one. Look at that. Luckily, it doesn't smell of BO and patchouli, so that's always a plus. And Grouchy. So those are my Leo and Roxy flosses. I love Leo and Roxy flosses. And as you can see, I do use them. Ooh, this would be perfect in Goth Chicken. Yoink. I should probably find my Goth Chicken project bag. There it is, and I'll just slide that one in for Goth Chicken. Perfect. So that is all of my stash and acquisitions. Hooray. So let's get on to life. There have been some things going on. The guy and I did go off on a trip to Leavenworth. We were meeting up with my in-laws for a couple of days. Leavenworth is a town in Washington State in the Cascade Mountains, which a handful of years ago, and by handful I mean like in the 60s, a few decades ago, they decided that the way to not be a town that just disappears because logging wasn't going to happen anymore and they were just kind of disappearing, they decided the way to fix this was to make themselves a tourist destination by pretending to be a Bavarian village. And so, you go to Leavenworth if you want to pretend you're in Germany. Or their idea of Germany. It's adorable. It's kind of funny. There's Safeway. The Safeway sign isn't in red, it's in brown, and it looks like, you know, Bavarian style letters. It's adorable. They do a huge Oktoberfest thing, though a lot of the drinking part of it was moved to Wenatchee this year, which was fine by me. And they do a huge Christmas thing. They're really big into Christmas because they're in the middle of the mountains and it's very, very pretty at Christmas because it's all snowy and pretty and nice. Anyway, we went up there for a long weekend, and there's a minor problem with going to Leavenworth right now, and that would be they're close to the big fire that's in the Cascades, the Something Creek fire, Bolt Creek. I think it's the Bolt Creek fire. So smoke was definitely a problem. And by a problem, I mean hazardous air quality. Really, really bad. I was masking the whole time because the smoke was so bad. It smelled like a campfire everywhere. You could taste it in your throat. Everyone sounded like they were smoking 18 packs a day, and that was miserable. So I was glad to see my in-laws, but the trip was a lot less fun than it could have been otherwise. You couldn't see anything, so the normal views that you see at Leavenworth, which are very, very pretty, you couldn't see any of them because of the smoke. And one of the other things that you can do in Leavenworth during the summer, and when it's nice out, is lots of hikes and climbing and outdoorsy stuff, and it's gorgeous for that. Nice, great places. Well, I wasn't going to do any of that in that air quality, so it definitely limited everything. It was still nice. It just could have been nicer. I did have some of the most amazing Italian food while we were there, though. There was this little restaurant called Larch. So good. So good. Very, very good. I know. Going to a pretend German village and I got Italian food. There's only so many sausages you can eat, but I did definitely drink a lot of the beer. Had some really good ones. Good fest beer. I had some Dunkel, a couple Dunkels. I had, yeah, it was good. It was good. Just too smoky. And Leavenworth can't do anything about that. The fires are the fires, and they're not going to get them out until probably January is what they were saying. After the snows show up, if they show up. Wow, it's smoky. Foggy. Smoggy. It's awful out there. So did that. It was nice. And I also went to a concert just the other day. And there was a concert in Seattle. And I'd originally planned to go to this concert in 2020. Needless to say, that didn't happen. And it got postponed for a year. And then it got postponed again. And this year we got to go. Pet Shop Boys New Order. It was fabulous. It was absolutely fabulous. I very much enjoyed seeing Pet Shop Boys in concert. They know how to do stage presence and do all the things, and he still sounds the same, which is weird because he's not young anymore and doesn't look the same. But It was delightful. Loved it. And then New Order came on and I didn't enjoy them as much, and they had way too much going with the light show, so I had to leave early because the light show was messing with my head massively. Massively. Like, yay, just what I want. Possible seizures and a migraine. No. So we left early with New Order, but Pet Shop Boys, oh my God, they were fantastic. Wonderful. And now, some other news. Last time I was on, I'd mentioned that life was being calm and life was good and all was well. And then the day that my husband and I, the guy and I were going off to Leavenworth for our vacation, he got laid off. Yep. He'd been working at the same place for a very long time, like 23 years, and they laid him off. So that was the way we started our vacation. And that is why I am no longer getting my monthly yarn subscriptions that were not prepaid. And why certain purchases are not going to be happening. The stash acquisition portion of this will be limited because of that. We'll be fine. He'll get another job. It'll be great. But no sense in spending extra money when you don't need to. And I prepaid for enough things this year that I'm going to still be getting stash. I'm still going to be getting things because I bought them already and the money is already spent, so it's fine. And I have decided, sorry, itchy nose. I have decided that I'm probably going to keep my Netspend Farm club, but maybe not any of the others. So unless I've purchased it for the month, like Trilogy, or like I already paid for the next Trilogy yarn, so I don't know if I get another one or if I've already paid for that one. There will be limits, which is fine. Which is why I'm annoyed that I have to buy a skein of yarn. We have the money, it's fine, but I don't want to be spending. Everybody understands. It's annoying, it's obnoxious, whatever. And of course, right as we were going on vacation, because you know, that's how that works. Thanks so much. We really appreciate it. But I don't want to end on sad, depressing news, so I decided to keep a little bit of news behind because it was positive news and I'm happy about it. And I went to my first mammogram after breast cancer and it came back fine. So yay, I don't have cancer anymore. Or, in the words of the report, no malignancy found at this time. Couldn't they have just stopped at no malignancy found? Wouldn't that have been polite? Wouldn't that have been nice? No, they couldn't do that. They had to add the words, at this time. Fine, whatever, I'll take my wins where I can get them. And that's good because, oh my Lord, was I panicked. I knew I would be stressed, but oh my gracious, it was ridiculous how panicked I was. It was yay. And ooh, mammogram after surgery hurt. Oh, I've had mammograms before. I know what they feel like. This side, yay, yow, ow. And yet, go get your mammograms. Go, do them. Very important. Just do them. Very important. Very. That's all I'll say on that. Very important. Do them. It can change your life. But yeah. It can change your life, but not in a bad way. But in a bad way because you got cancer. Then not in a bad way because you don't die from it. There was some logic in there. Important, not fun, but important. Do them. And yeah, that's it for life stuff. Other than that, I'm just doing my regular stuff, doing my regular day, doing my regular whatever. We'll see where things go. But life is going to be a little strange for a little while with the guy being home all the time and looking for a new job. He's putting it off until after my next surgery because it'd be awkward to start a new job and then say, hey, can I have like a week off so that I can take care of my wife after her surgery? Awkward. If a perfect job falls into his lap, We've got watching me covered, so it's not a problem. I kind of hope a perfect job falls into his lap. I kind of hope he finds a job that makes him super happy. That would be fantastic. Who knows? Even foggier. I can barely see the neighbor's house. I know there's a tree over there. I can't see it. I do wonder how much of that is fog and how much of that is smoke. Because if you're in Seattle, there's a fire on Beacon Hill, or there was the other day. You can... Oh, that hurt. All right, I have finished my tea. I have spoken way too long. This one's going to be very long. But I'm very excited and started lots of things and cannot wait to start the next things. And I hope all of you are doing fantastically, or as fantastically as you can be. I want fall so bad, as you all know. But other than that, I need to input these yarns into my inventory and then put them away. And put all of this new start away so that I can pull them out next year for Dark 13 stitching. Ha! Said it right that time. Dark October is done during October. Dark 13 stitching is done on the 13th of each month. And I think I'm going to be doing that next year because now I have a lot of dark things started and I love them all and I want to work on them. And I'm going to start even more and life is great. And I will finish Clue 1 and I will, who knows what I will so do. Hopefully a sleeve. So I'll have 2 sleeves and then a body and then I'll just have to make a yoke and a collar and be done. And I want to start a hat and I want all the things and I don't have enough time to do all of the things. So we'll see where I get. Take care, everyone. May your gauge be accurate and your borders meet. And may you all take care. And I will see you all in 2 weeks when it's November. November. All right, all. Bye-bye.